Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is about to get an important message. This could be, a regular old message, a letter, a voicemail, somebody communicating with you face to face. But I do think that for the majority of you, this message is something that you're going to receive in a somewhat unusual way. So it could be talking about an intuitive message or something that happens in a dream, maybe even something that you hear on the radio, but let's call in spirit and maybe the wind chime time will help us figure this out, right? Ooh, that's loud. I'm sorry, you guys. Are you okay? Hello, Illuminati. How you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, you can hit me up by email. It's in the description box, wickedonestarot@gmail.com. Also, in the description box, you can find information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Hannah. How's it going? All right, let's dive in. We'll go with the Tarot of the Cat People and see what else we've got regarding this important message for you. What else do we have? Seven of Wands, Divine Timing, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So something here that has been unfortunate or unfair towards you is being corrected. With this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, it's caused some instability or chaos in your life. But it's like the universe wants to make amends with you. So there's something that is going to be like put in your path. And I think the message is going to be about making sure that you don't miss that opportunity. Hello, Renee. Hello, Tyler. Hello, how's it going, Dana? Hello, Gigi. What's up? What else do we have? Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So there could be something that has fallen through regarding your career, or there's something here that you've been kind of losing your motivation on. I know sometimes I go through phases. I love art, so I don't know, there's different things that kind of captivate me for weeks at a time, or maybe even months, and then I'll find a different way to express myself creatively, and that takes over. I feel like there's something here about being distracted, not necessarily because this is what you want to be doing, but you just don't have the time to do what you've been wanting to do. So perhaps this has something to do with starting your own business, or at least getting some time for yourself. Hello, Mavis. Hello, Grindhard. How you doing? Hey, Rainbow Warrior. Hello, Monica. Hello, Egyptian Empress. What's going on? So, Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Empty success, or success without the ability to have that creative element, or success without love, Abundance is more than just money in the bank. Abundance is also about your health. It's about your support system, the people that are in your life. So I think we have somebody that is looking around and realizing they need to have some sense of direction on what makes sense for them to be a little bit more, I don't know, it's like I feel like I should be happier than I am, but I don't have what I want. Thank you, Monica. I hope it was a good day at work. What else? Two of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Cups. Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords. Oh my. What is this? Okay, I think this message is going to be a message to ask you to please give this person a chance. There could be a mentor that is entering your life. There could be a new best friend. There could be a new love interest. But there's a risk here that you're going to be like, no, I'm too busy. I don't want to get to know you. Or, nah, you're not my type. So you're going to get a message or some sign that you need to give this person a chance before you just automatically assume that they're out to break your heart. You may be a little jaded. You may be just a little distracted or nervous about letting somebody actually have a chance or actually have access to you. So you might be overly prickly, you know? Hello, Tyrone. How are you? That's interesting essay. Hello, Dior. I too have watched Shrek. Hello, Light Volume. Oh, I encourage you to do a little bit more looking into that. The tarot cards were first used in the Italian papal court. I will ask you to be respectful of people in the live chat and beliefs that may not agree with yours. Otherwise, I'm going to block the ability for you to comment. Hello, Joseph. How are you doing? Hello, Chris. Hello, Robert. Hello, Felipe. ¿Cómo está? So we've got insatiable and entrapment. Okay, so there's some substitute for love that is not actually love. It could just be a very strong attraction to somebody or a desire for something kind of exciting. But I feel like this message is going to be like, you need to focus your energy elsewhere, not that particular direction. Thank you, Monica. Let me know if you'd like me to pull a few cards for you at the end of the reading. Hello, Two-Tail. Ooh. I think I read your name wrong, too. Better luck next time. Did I say hello to Roland? Hello. Divine Feminine in the reverse. And receipts. I think this is somebody who is occasionally distracted by the wrong type of love interest. And as such, maybe you have kind of like quarantined yourself or said, I need a little bit of a break. I don't think I should trust anybody. You know, like maybe I'll just focus on my work. Maybe I'll just focus on my garden. It may mean that you have, you know, done well with that, but that you need to make sure you're looking out for a sign as to when it's time to let somebody in again. So, you know, just ponder how long you've been in that hermit mode. Thank you again, Monica. So I write down the names of those who have the question or who have tipped, and I also enjoy occasionally doing free questions. I do probably have to keep it a little bit shorter today because I've got another personal reading. I'm doing well. How are you? Ooh. And we've got access granted. I had a feeling we would see that one. The synchronicities card, which is, you know, you're going to get some sort of a sign, right? But this has to do with letting somebody in, talking to somebody with an open mind and not shutting them down or rejecting them right away. So no more hard to get. You can still have standards and boundaries and all of that good stuff, but this is saying don't shut somebody out just because that's been like the pattern, right? Or just because it feels like what you should be doing. Make sure you're using that discernment. Hola, Jose. Hello, Tiana. What's going on? Hello, Jack. This is the Black Tarot. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. There's a concern that it's difficult to let go of an old habit or assume that people are capable of different behaviors. You might be very attractive, particularly at this time, and it could be making it so that you just kind of assume that you attract the wrong energy. that you always assume this like, or attract this trickster type, the Seven of Swords, people who are dishonest with you. But we don't want to assume that everybody's dishonest because there are some good people out there, right? Hello, Grandheart, how you doing? Energy from Lady Friend. Around 11. And has the family or friends been still supporting? Oh, asking about you and still support? And will she contact me soon? Sorry. And does she still want me? Oh, there's another one there. Feel her energy. I hope I don't forget that one. Okay. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate you, Grandheart. Hello, Big Cheese. What's going on? Hey, dragons. How are you? Hello. Pingiki? Did I say it right? I hope I did. Hello, Third Eye. I'm doing well. How are you? Hello. What's going on, Aqua Beauty? Hello, TJ. Dragon's got all the emojis. All right. So we've got 3 of Wands, 5 of Spheres, and the 6 of Wands. There's someone here that you would have a very happy relationship with, but you have to take the action towards this person when presented with the opportunity instead of putting them in like a timeout or on the back burner. And that could be a little bit out of character for you. It might be a little bit reactionary for you to be like, no. There was one time I was meeting up with a college friend of mine. He'd been like my best friend, but I hadn't seen him for a long time. And probably, I don't know, like 6 months. And we agreed to meet in this bar. I'd never been there before. It was pretty packed. I was walking through there and this dude with glasses like says hey to me and I'm like, no. Like retroactively, that's just looking back, maybe that was a little rude, but it ended up being my buddy and I didn't recognize him. And he was like, Carmen, you were harsh. Like, you were just like, get out of my way. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I had to just kind of like take that as a note. Like, you've got to be a little bit cautious in terms of how you're interacting with people and the judgments that we're making, right? 11 something. I got you. Did I miss? Hello, X. How are you doing? I add on to that. You got this, Third Eye. Have you never heard that before, Big Cheese? All right, so this is somebody who could actually treat you quite well. We have the Queen of Cups. This is someone who does understand how to process their emotions in a healthy way, and they're emotionally mature. The problem is you meet them and you're in this like bah humbug mood where you feel like everybody's kind of a twat. You're like, oh, look, another disappointment. Or like, hey, you look like you could be a great like future ex-wife or ex-husband, you know? Just make sure we're not overly negative with the prospect of new love. We've got the lovers in the reverse. I'm really good at rejecting people though, Carmen. Just let me cook. 7 of Cups in the reverse, 2 of Cups in the reverse. How do I say this? Look, you are amazing, you are awesome, and you deserve the best. And you might be unfairly judging this person as like not the best. But this is a quality individual who has good intentions. Thank you, Tiana. I appreciate you. Let me know if you want me to pull a few cards. Oh, that's cute. What's the dog's name? Hello, Lacey. How you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. Rolling. So we've got the Four of Spheres, or the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's a risk here that you're going to let this person go, and you're going to potentially miss out on this really awesome person because you might be assuming that they're not that great. How you doing, Aqua Beauty? Let me know if you want me to pull a few cards for you. Hello, Gerald. How are you doing? Hello, April. How's your day? Aw, I love it when I see you all being so sweet to each other in the live chat. Well, hello to Chappie. We've got Nine of Cups in the reverse. Oh no! And the Ten of Wands. You're looking at this Queen of Cups. Does not need to be a woman, okay? This is just saying that they're somebody who's quite loving and lovable. You're looking at them and you're like, ew, get away from me. I'm not telling you that you need to pretend you're attracted to somebody that you're not attracted to. I'm saying you look at them, and even though you are attracted to them, you're like, oh, you're just like trouble. That's like too much work. I don't want to do that. Yo. Yeah, don't be a hater. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. We all have to be guarded. We all go through that hermit phase. We all have that time where it's like, just too many people been acting crazy. I just want to like watch I Love Lucy and not have to think about things. Sending you a big ol' hug, Ashley. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? Jose, respeto, okay? Eight of Cups, the Sun, the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, we have another five. The Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. So you might walk away because you assume that it's just going to be another heartbreak, or you feel like this person might struggle as far as actually like being vulnerable, having integrity, communicating in a mature way. So your tendency is to be a bit of a lone wolf or a hermit. You put yourself in the Five of Pentacles. You're like, hey, thanks for the invite, but no, that sounds awful. I'm busy, I'm washing my hair. But when you get to this crossroads, when you meet this individual, I feel like there might be some interesting tension here. I'm trying to think of a good example. I feel like there's got to be one in movie or TV that would be easily like relatable. But when people don't like each other initially and then they end up having like mad chemistry, I feel like that's what's happening here. There's someone who might get under your skin because they, I don't know, they like a different baseball team, or they think people who wear Crocs are making the wrong decision. There's something here that I feel like you disagree, or somebody makes kind of like a questionable joke. And so that initial judgment or that first impression, you're just kind of like, who's this? Oh, I don't know about that. Give it a moment, you know? What does that say? Yes. If you're asking me, third eye, I can. I think you probably already know that. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Hello, Capo. Thank you. I appreciate you all. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and another 5, the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Don't sabotage your own happiness by sacrificing what could be a really great connection. If this person has a weird sense of humor, just admit to yourself that so do you. If this person seems a little bit off the beaten path, isn't that a good thing? If this person is a little bit different from all the people that you have entertained in the past, wouldn't that be a good thing? Don't pass this by. Hello, Ghosts. How are you doing? Hello, Agar. How are you? So we've got Temperance in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Pentacles. So the issue here is you may not have the opportunity to actually get to know this person before you make a judgment about them and feel like they are not your type. You may feel like this is somebody who doesn't have the financial wherewithal that you expect. You might worry that this is somebody who's just like not able to be reliable, or maybe they're a player. But they actually have very strong earth energy, and I feel like they have a tendency of being misjudged. Or you might be just kind of a little bit jaded in terms of how you're judging them. Hello, Dave. How's it going? Thank you, dragons. So we've got the wheel. The 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and the 7 of Swords. So when things move in your favor, when you are being gifted a blessing, when there is something amazing showing up in your life, do not like smirk at it and keep walking like, ha ha ha, you almost got me that time. No, I refuse to believe in anything good coming my way. You're going to get a sign, and it's probably going to be something that says, don't miss this, silly. Maybe it's going to be more offensive than that, but I can't say it on YouTube. Don't F it up. For some of you, this is literally like put in your life for a reason, this connection. Maybe even signed, sealed, delivered from somebody that loves you that is no longer here. That's not for everyone, but you have this ability to look for flaws or red flags or reasons to not move forward. And that's fine. You've got to use your discernment. You've got to use your intuition, but you are also able to be happy. So do not lie to yourself and say that you're not interested in somebody just because it's easier. Sometimes the easier things in life are the things that are a waste of your time. And I know you already know that. This is the Love Oracle. Well, I hope you can continue the communication, Dave, as like the partner would be the person who could tell you what to do there, right? Hopefully. Hello, Bernadette. How are you doing? Third eye. I believe in you. You can do it right. Did I say hello to Rachel? Hello, Rachel. So we've got second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. All right, sorry, I just had to check something real quick. Chemistry, attraction, spark. You will be attracted to this person, so don't worry. I'm not telling you that you have to pretend you're attracted to someone. But their loving energy might be a little bit unusual for you. You might be kind of like, wait, what? Are you being nice to me? I'm not used to that. Hello, Pierzy, how are you doing? We've got emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected. This is what you're coming out of. It made you feel like you were trapped. like you had wasted time dealing with somebody that you had believed in. We've been there, but you can forgive yourself. It's not always going to be that way. We've got pride and clinging. All right, so look, on my channel, there are always going to be readings that are talking about other people that are not doing right by you and the importance of you demonstrating your self-respect by walking away from that. But sometimes we're the problem, okay? I love you, but we have to be cognizant of other people being capable of change and growth, transformation, changed behavior is something that is not unique to one person or one gender or one age group. So don't convince yourself that everybody out there is going to break your heart I mean, for some people I'm seeing like trying to get into a person's phone or just rejecting someone right away, assuming the worst, right? You've got to allow space for some surprises in your life and some things that are better than you expected, right? Hello, Juan. How are you doing? All right. Let's see. This is the Morgan Greer, and I'm going to start with the personal questions now. So right now I've got Monica first up and then Grindheart. So what do we have for Monica, please? Hanged Man in the reverse, Queen of Cups, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Cups. Interesting, we had a bunch of fives here, and so do you. So Monica, there's somebody here who is feeling like they can't let go of your memory. They can't forget you. They can't move on. So they're stuck in a sense of loss or grief, wondering what to do. There are still other opportunities around this person, but they keep looking to the past. They view you as this Queen of Cups, somebody who is kind and compassionate, but they feel like you're disinterested, distracted, maybe even interested in somebody else. Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So they're thinking, if I want to have another opportunity or if I want to return and make amends, that what I need to do is be decisive about it and make sure that I can approach it in a more respectful or equitable way. So maybe it was very one-sided. Hello, August. How are you doing? Sounds good, Tiana. Oh, that's so nice of you, Grindheart. So, Monica, this person is realizing that things are not going to get easier. They're going to have to do something because they can't just forget you. All right. I wish you luck, Monica. I'm going to switch to... We're going to go with the weird cat. No, I want to save that. Sorry, I'm going to save that for Tiana. What should we go with for Grindheart? We'll do the Pulp Tarot. All right. So for Grindheart, we have, why was he feeling Randy energy from her around 11 something? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Because it's been a while. Five of Wands in the reverse. Seven. I feel like there was boredom and like, whatever, why not? What about if there are friends and family asking about or supporting Grindheart as a partner for his lady friend? Star in the reverse, Five of Cups in the reverse. I feel like at this time there is not a lot of conversation about romance happening with the friends and family. Is there something else distracting this group? Yeah, there's some problem or emergency. I've got to deal with this health event, or I've got to figure out how to get a car replacement when it's in the shop. There's something here where it's like, I don't think there's a lot of like surface level conversations. I think it's like, how do I problem solve for this? Yep, that's right. All right, so we've got, will she contact Grind Hard soon? Yes. But with the Four of Cups, there could be some disappointment. Like it's a shorter conversation or it doesn't go where you want it to. It could be just kind of like a dipping the toe in the pool kind of thing. There's still some fear, but it gets better after that. As long as this fear is dealt with. Why was he feeling her energy? She was talking to someone about you, maybe a coworker or an old friend, a cousin. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Probably saying that, you know, at this point, we're not talking very much. Gotta need a little bit of me time, a little bit of, you know, focus on what's in front of me. But is this like flirtatious? Yeah, saying basically that there's some flirtation here between the two of you. Does she still want Grind Hard? She's trying to figure that out. We got decisive energy or like up in the air, Two of Pentacles. This is why that space is important, giving her that opportunity to miss you and really understand what she would be walking away from, right? But I hope you get the answer that you want or the phone call that you want soon. I believe in you. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Hola, Andresa. All right, so what do we have for Tiana, please? Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Wands. Eight of Wands. Lots of fire energy and earth energy. It feels like we've got an offer that you're walking away from. Yeah, it might be nice, or yeah, that would maybe be fun. We could have some, you know, laughter or whatever. But if I really think about it, I know that that's not something that would last a long time. So maybe I would just regret doing that. So I feel like you take action elsewhere, and because you walk away from something that is not what you want, something else works out faster for you. So it's like supercharging your professional goals, or it's helping you to meet somebody that you are supposed to be involved with, right? Love you too. All right. I'm going to pull a few cards for Aqua Beauty, and then I will sign off. Oh, yes. I didn't see it, Aqua Beauty. Should I scroll up? Where are you? Where are you? I still don't see it. Oh, maybe you didn't type it. Are you saying you decided on and you haven't typed it? Just go with the cards? Okay, I got you. All right. What do we have for Aqua Beauty? It'd be real trippy if it answers your question though, right? So we've got Page of Pentacles, Empress in the reverse, and the Hierophant. There's a new beginning, a new investment, a new direction, but there's tears involved, or goodbyes, or things that don't seem to be what you thought they would be, with the Empress in the reverse, feeling like things are not going well. But then we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. This is why it's so important for you to believe in the path that is meant for you. Not that I want you to, blindly follow something that is unreal, but when you're listening to your intuition, you have a very clear purpose, and I feel like it does lead to security or a sense of accomplishment or success. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able, and thank you for the tips. Hello, Joelle. How are you doing? All right, I'll see you on the next